Hello class, and welcome to today's pre-algebra lesson, which is about graphing in point-slope form. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to graph equations that are written in point-slope form. Before we get to the graphing, please remember that y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1 is our formula that we are working with right now. The m stands for your slope, and then the x1 and the y1 are the points that we pull out to get our coordinate. Remember, because it says minus x1 and minus y1 in the equation, when we pull our coordinates out, they have the opposite signs of what they did in the equation. So starting with this first example, we have y minus 6 is equal to 2/3 x plus 3. So our first job is going to be to identify the point. And again, we pull out the values in the opposite order. So I've got x plus 3, which means that this is actually x minus -3. So our x coordinate is -3. And then I've got y minus 6, meaning that my y1 coordinate is positive 6. So I'm going to go ahead and put that point on the graph to start. So -1, 2, 3, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then I need to figure out what my slope is. Again, we're going to pull that directly out of the equation. So in this case, my slope is 2/3, meaning that we are going to go up 2 and right 3. Make sure when you are doing your assignment, doing your work, all of that, that you are writing out what the point is and writing what your slope value is. So now from my original point, I'm going to go up 1, 2, and over 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to repeat that process and go up 2 and over 3. And then your final step is to actually graph the line. Please make sure that you are using a straight edge to make sure that it is a straight line going through your points. And then making sure you have the arrows on the end to say even though our visual of the graph ends at 10 by 10, the line will keep going on forever in both directions. Go ahead and try graphing this one on your own. So we have our point of -6, -8. Our slope was originally -7 over +1, but that didn't fit on the graph because we couldn't go down from our original point. So we flip-flop it to be a +7 up and a -1 to the left. Again, another example here. Our first job is to pick out our point. So we go and we look at our x value first. So that's a -4 in the equation, which means that it's a +4 in my coordinate. And then I come over to my y, which is a +3 in the equation. So it is a -3 in the coordinate. So I'm going to go ahead and put the point 4, -3 onto my graph. Then I need to identify my slope, which in this case is a +5, meaning that when I'm using it to graph, it is a +5 over 1, meaning that I go up and to the right. So I'm going to start at my original point and go up 5 and 1 right, and then repeat that process and go up 5 again and 1 to the right. Then making sure that you take your straight edge and connect all the way through the graph, and then adding those arrows onto the end to say that it is an infinite line that keeps going in both directions. Go ahead and try this one on your own. Our point is at +3, +1. Our slope takes us down 5 and right 2. If you have questions about this or anything else from the lesson, please feel free to reach out and let me know.